where fine spirits meet. And today we have another Kavalan whiskey on our cask. It's one of these Kavalan Solist. And this is a special Kavalan Solist because it celebrates the 30-year anniversary of our sister company, Whisky.de. So it's a really nice Kavalan Solist, actually in a brandy cask. But let me tell you something about Kavalan. The Kavalan distillery does not exist. The Yuanshan distillery is which produces the Kavalan spirit and whiskies, and that's in the northeast of Taiwan, that small island next to the mainland of China, and it's in Yilan. And it has fresh spring water from the Siushan mountains. The island is really mountainous. It has some high coasts as well, natural fortress, some people might say. And good mountains give you good water. So they do kind of nearly everything at the distillery except from roasting the barley. So after roasting the barley, so they get the barley and everything else they do by themselves. So this is where the distillery is. The climate at the distillery is a subtropical climate. So it's a minimum of 24 degrees Celsius to about 40 years in summer. So it's a really, really warm and hot country. So means it has a fast maturing whiskey. A lot of the whiskies from Kavalan don't carry age statements because they are younger and they already have the maturity after a couple of years. In terms of production, the distillery was awarded a lot of awards in the future because it has such a high quality whiskey, and they do actually have full size stills from Scotland, double distillation, and I think they are 12,000 and 7,000 in capacity, so not that big of a distillery for what they've created their name. The warehouses are not typical Scotch, but they are 5-story tall warehouses, so that also increases the maturation speed, I would say. So I'm expecting kind of an additive maturation whiskey to get here. Did I mention that it is a brandy cask whiskey? Brandy is similar to whiskey, but everything that whiskey has with malt, they do have with grapes. So you kind of, instead of making a beer, you make a wine and then you distill, and that is then brandy. For me, brandy, I haven't gotten into brandy that much, but I always used to have the brandy, probably the bad brandy, that had a bit of a soapy touch to it, and I don't like it. So but let's see how much fruitiness and everything gets from that brandy cask into this bottle of Kavalan whiskey. It's a limited edition just for Whisky.de, 329 bottles, so you will not find it on the market, but there are great Kavalan Solist out there. They're all non-chill filtered and without color. Ooh, that is, camera's off. And so we have a good amount of brandy feeling in there. It feels a bit damp and dark with a lot of dried fruits and a bit of an earthy touch to it. So for that is a no age statement and probably a bit of a younger whiskey. It has a quite deep and mature taste to it, but I think the earthy and oaky tones that are very, very well present here just suggest a and maturation touch to it. Well, let's find out in the taste. Oh, I actually didn't look at the ABVs before I took it into my mouth. And 58.6% ABV. It has a lot of volume in there. Strangely enough, I didn't get any like strong alcohol burn. I do feel a bit of the 58% in my mouth. You can't hide that, but it is pretty round for that high ABV. So I'm thinking about, should I add some water? Should I not add some water? I think it works pretty well without water. It does have a bit of an astringent note to it. 58% gives you an astringent note. Tons and tons of oak. Bit of a wine touch to it, definitely. I've just visited a sherry bodega. They also do brandy, and it feels a little bit like the brandy. Yes, it has that brandy touch to it that is a bit roasted, a bit fruity, grapey, kind of in that direction. It has a bit of a spicy touch to it as well. So very well-rounded, complex whiskey in the glass. And I think that is what the people at Kavalan want. They want complex whiskeys. Oh, strangely enough, 58% ABV, 58.6% ABV, and it feels really oily. This is a dangerous one. If you sip that neat and it has that much alcohol, you will probably get more alcohol than you would expect. And now that I have my second sip, the sweetness with the fruitiness, it just adds up. Usually you add up with the oakiness, and if you have like a strong matured whiskey, then you end up with a lot of oak bitterness and stuff. This one ends up with a bit of a sweet touch to it, fruity touch to it, even like candied fruit, or like caramelized fruit, like sugar-coated caramelized fruit. That kind of feeling is left in your mouth. And I have to say, yeah, Kavalan, very well made. Probably deserves a Whisky.com award. It will not get a Whisky.com award because we chose that bottle, and we're not giving awards to ourselves. That is just not what we do. Yeah, so that was it with the Kavalan Solist Brandy Cask 30 years. Whisky.de. If you happen to live in the Netherlands, you might be able to get one of these. Otherwise else, have a look at the Kavalan Solist. They are out there and they are pretty good, and you can pretty much find the cask that you do like. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.